Hello, hello.
Ready?
I am.
Good evening. We'd like to welcome everyone this evening to the Richmond Planning and Zoning meeting. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Sure. Commissioner DeGrant.
Here.
Commissioner Francis.
Here.
Commissioner Short.
Here.
Commissioner Miller. Here. Commissioner Perkins. Commissioner Miles. Here. Commissioner Estelle.
Here.
Thanks so much.
Next on the agenda is approval of the September 4th, 2025 meeting minutes. If everyone's had a chance to look over those, and I need a motion on those, please.
Yeah, there is one correction that Commissioner Perkins mentioned on the second page. It says that you guys seem to hope to place shelters 1,000 feet from schools, 500 feet from, and then I said from a public school or public park. That should say residential, not
Okay.
a school twice. But other than that,
Is 1,000 feet supposed to be for a park also?
I believe it was just from schools, but it could be.
I don't know. I don't remember.
On there, I believe. I will confirm.
Cool.
Yep. But
Can I get a motion on that correction?
Yeah, no.
I'll just make a motion, we approve the meeting minutes for September 4th, 2025 per corrections.
I'll second.
okay. Commissioner Grant,
Yes.
Commissioner Francis,
Abstain is not present.
sure. Commissioner Short,
Yes.
Commissioner Miller,
Yes.
Commissioner Perkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Miles, Commissioner Estelle.
Yes. Before we get into the next agenda, I'd like to introduce Mr. Chris Johnson, new city attorney. Welcome.
Well, thanks, sir. Happy to be here.
I would say you got your feet wet, probably your ankles are wet now. I mean, your
I
knees
told
are
Rob,
probably wet now.
I told Rob I packed some water wings, so he can just toss me in the deep end and I'll try to swim. So it's good. So
Okay. Next on the agenda is election of chair. The floor is now open for nomination of the position. Are there any nominations?
Okay.
I'd like to nominate Dr. Miller for chair.
I'd like to nominate keep Eugene on as the chairperson for another year.
Are there any more nominations?
I move to close nominations.
Okay. Got a motion to close. Might I get a second?
Second.
why don't we do this by ballot? What you think? Do it by ballot? There's no under open records in the state of Kentucky, Dr. Miller, there is no provision for, and I didn't know it was called an Australian ballot until this came up. A secret ballot is referred to in the legal world as an Australian ballot. Any action taken by a public body in the state of Kentucky must be done openly and on the record. Happy to clarify. Yes, sir.
Okay, we've had a motion to close and a second. Has there been any other requirements? Okay. Before we proceed with the vote, each nominee will be given a chance to speak, but we need to have a motion for the names, clerk.
Says that it's a 2/3 vote is required. So Commissioner DeGrant, this is just to,
Close the nominations.
yeah.
Yeah, you closed it.
Yes.
Commissioner Francis,
Yes.
Commissioner Short,
Yes.
Commissioner Miller, Commissioner Perkins, Commissioner Miles,
Yes.
Commissioner Estelle.
Yes.
Thanks so much.
Okay, next would be, before we proceed, vote, in line we be given the insert to speak, but we need to go to the nomination.
Yes, so I mean, at this point, both the nominees can give a statement if you would like.
Yeah.
Once that is done, then the process would be to have a roll call vote.
Okay.
So,
The first nominee was nominated, Dr. Miller.
No, I think some of the things we could do on the board a little better. I think he's a little closer observation on some things. I would like to do some things by rezoning. Some of the areas aren't zoned properly. I'd like to proceed with some of that kind of thing. I would also like to make more parliamentary procedures that we don't do. We're supposed to do parliamentary rules, Robert's Rules of Order, and we're not doing that. And that can sometimes cause problems. So I'd like to just tighten it up a little bit, new zoning, new, maybe be a little more proactive with the comprehensive plan and things like that about us working on it. Things like that I'd like to do.
My concern is, I've been on it now for, this is 18 years in August. And there are some things that we can do, but I think that we need to go through some of the changes with director, city managers, as far as some things, what we do. As far as zoning, there are guidelines that we have to go by as far as what we zone. And I think with the workshop sessions that we have, I think we can get a clear understanding on that. On the comprehensive care, comprehensive plan, not the care, but comprehensive, there's a lot of work to that. And I think we need more expertise, somebody in that field really to work with us on that. I remember when Dr. Marino, of course, he has some expertise to it with up at Eastern, and he knew exactly, but I think the planning and zoning, yes, should have some input into it, but yet we need the outside what we have now to really work on that. Okay, with that being said, we now proceed with the roll call.
Okay, so it says each member should state the name of the nominee they are voting for, just so that you're clear. Okay. Let's see if I can do this and not mess it up. Commissioner DeGrant?
Mr. Estelle.
Okay. Commissioner Francis?
Mr. Estelle.
Commissioner Short?
I'll vote for Dr. Miller.
Okay. Commissioner, I guess they vote for themselves? Do they vote, Chris? Okay. Commissioner Miller?
I vote for myself.
I would assume so. Commissioner Perkins? Commissioner Miles?
Mr. Estelle.
And Commissioner Estelle?
Myself.
Okay. That is Commissioner Estelle with 4, Dr. Miller with 3.
We need the results of the votes, names.
Yeah, so Commissioner Estelle with 4 votes, Commissioner Miller with 3. Says a majority vote is required to elect. And I think that's your part as chair. The next one.
Okay. Okay, we now receive the majority of votes hereby elected chair.
That's you.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay.
Thank you.
And then do we do the same process for vice chair? Same process. Okay.
Okay, the next on the agenda is election for vice chair.
Okay.
May I get nomination?
I'll nominate Ms. Miles.
I'll nominate Dr. Miller.
Okay.
Are there any more nominations? Okay, may I get a motion?
Motion, we close nominations at this time.
Okay.
Need a second?
Uh,
Okay,
Okay. So to close nominations for vice chair, Commissioner DeGrant,
Yes.
Commissioner Francis,
Yes.
Commissioner Short,
Yes.
Commissioner Miller, Commissioner Perkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Miles,
Yes.
Commissioner Estelle.
yes.
Okay. Let's see. And then the time to speak, I believe, is next.
Yeah. The nominees, do they each one have to speak?
Do I have to speak?
No?
No, just the nominees who's nominated. No?
No.
Okay.
No one? Okay.
Okay. And then, let's see. Okay, so this is now the vote. So again, you'll say whoever you would like to be vice chair. So Commissioner DeGrant,
Ms. Miles.
okay? Commissioner Francis,
Dr. Miller.
okay? Commissioner Short,
Dr. Miller.
okay? Commissioner Miller,
Myself.
okay? Commissioner Perkins,
Dr. Miller.
Commissioner Miles,
Dr. Miller.
okay? And Commissioner Estelle,
Dr. Miller.
yeah? I think it's, so that is
I did throw it.
Commissioner Miles with 1, Commissioner Miller with 6.
No kidding.
So that is,
Hey, I'm okay
vice
with that.
chair is now Commissioner Miller. Thanks so much.
Now, to be, received the majority of the votes, you hereby elected the vice chair, Dr. Miller. That's it. Thank you all. Next on the agenda is zonal determination for overnight shelters.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, if you will, I'll take this one. So what I've got before you tonight is basically a reflection of what we discussed in our work session. So if you had a moment to take a look at that, I penciled in those distances, the zones that we were in agreement with during work session. So if everything looks okay there under A and B and C, I will add that D, E, F, and G could be up for speculation if this board so chooses to keep those intact, or if you want to remove those before any motion is made. I'll also add that RIDC has expressed interest that I-2 not be part of those zones. However, in our work session discussions, we did understand that our industrial development group has covenants and restrictions, so they would be able to use those to not allow it. We do have other I-1 and 2 zones throughout the city, as we discussed. So those, I think, were the focus of choosing the I-1 and I-2 zones, with reluctance of understanding that they would not be in our industrial development part. And of course, all of these zones chosen, again, are conditional. They'll be based upon Board of Adjustments approval. They'll have to have somewhat of a site development plan or thesis there for us to take a look at for the Board of Adjustments to approve on a conditional use. So I'll leave the rest of it up to you all and take any questions you'd like.
Anybody got any questions on that? What was that we really was deciding on that for the, of course, we said, like where it's at now, there's business, right, on Fifth Street?
Yes, I believe it is B2 or it's 2, yeah, B2.
I do have a question for the agricultural zoning. Can a residential, like just a general residence in ag, could it be considered a homeless shelter?
Under these provisions, yes. It would have to be adapted to meet the criteria needed for that facility, but the possibility is yes.
Let's see.
So the assumption would be correct that if it was on ag, it will always stay ag as long as that residence is being used for that shelter, unless that owner came and asked for it to be rezoned.
That's correct.
So-
And to present an issue that may come up in the future, you know, if we have a use that has took place for a shelter in an ag, and an owner wanted to rezone the property to one of these zones that do not fit the bill, then they, in my opinion, would be allowed to stay, because at that time it would be existing non-conforming if a zone change were to take place. So it would not affect the shelter having to be removed if a new zone is applied to that property that is not allowable within this ordinance. It would already be pre-existing. Ultimately, they would be allowed to continue that use.
That is correct.
But they were all conditional.
Yes.
Yeah, that's conditional, yeah. And to answer your question earlier, it is 500 feet from residential use
Yeah,
or public park, so it includes the park.
yeah.
It would seem like it'd be awful hard, quite a stretch of the imagination to take a residence and make it into a homeless shelter, fitting all the criteria that you would have to be a homeless shelter as far as all the regulations. Seem like it would be almost,
It's
you
still,
wouldn't be able to get many people in.
Well, that's, I mean, because, can I ask her a question?
Sure.
How many were you talking about housing for?
4-hour shelter. When we
Yeah.
did a big location, we would really like to be able to shelter 50 to 60.
It would
So
be,
based on the state guidelines, I'm looking for 15,000 square feet,
what's the minimum you can have to open a homeless shelter?
the minimum what?
Minimum persons, to call it that. I'm just asking for residential, that's what I'm asking.
As far as I don't know that there's a minimum number of occupants that you would have to call it a homeless shelter. I just know that the state guideline for a shelter is 220 square feet per individual, and that includes all ancillary stuff. So the bathrooms, the kitchen, the entryway, it has to be able to accommodate 220 square feet per person that you are going to shelter.
what does the city allow for that, Scott? I mean, Kevin?
We don't have any regulations.
Not for that?
Not for a homeless shelter. You know, we have regulations for event centers, things of that nature, and I don't know those regs right off. I have to get those from Daniel out of the Kentucky Building Code, but sometimes those are calculated by pew or sitting space, or some of those are calculated by gross square footage. So it depends on what type of assembly it is as well. So it can get a little tricky. You'd have to pull out the Kentucky Building Code, and that's not my repertoire.
I'd be
How
happy to
does the
assist.
state regulate this homeless shelter? I
Well-
mean, do they have 3 lines? Do they have 2 pages? Is it regulated very well?
I do not know that, Dr. Miller, what all those regulations are.
Yeah, I mean, my experience with this through the Kentucky League of Cities, when I was working there over the past 10 years, is there are regulations in place on that, Dr. Miller. I am more than happy to pull that information and share it with you all. It's regulated through state cabinet, but as far as off the top of my head, and I apologize for not being better prepared for that question, I will be able to get that answer for you tomorrow, or Friday at the latest.
I think she knows.
But I think if we pass this, the commission definitely ought to have the information
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
when it comes to them so that they can decide.
Absolutely, yeah.
Unless we want to table this, but I don't think we can.
Well, I
Do you
just
know
want
the
to say you
answer?
think you need to table it just for that, or just?
To answer Commissioner Perkins' question of whether I know the answer, one, no. I don't know the answer, but I think that what Mr. Johnson's saying is that we could provide those regulations with both you and Board of Adjustments, so that when it goes to Board of Adjustments, they would have those to also consider.
Yes, and ultimately, I mean,
Yeah, but before the commission makes the final,
Yes, the City Commission, you mean, yeah.
they need the information.
Absolutely, yeah. And they will have it
They
tomorrow.
probably do too, really.
Sure.
I'm not sure how well it's regulated. Sometimes the state does a good job, I'm not sure it does a good job all the time of regulating, so maybe we do want to table it until we get some information to next time, unless there's a big problem with that. Yes, go ahead.
Can I comment? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Can everybody hear me okay? All right. I don't know how sternly that shelters are regulated because I'm fairly into this, obviously. So the numbers that I have found, I've done the research myself. I know that the 220 square feet per person, that regulation changed in February of this year. That is a fairly new regulation. But I can also tell you that shelters that touch our counties that I have been in looked at on Steep Street that I thought would be perfect. It was 3,600 square feet. We went in, we're like, this will be plenty big for what we need. Until I looked, found that guideline that said 220 square feet per person, and I was like, okay, this is not big enough. You know, for us to purchase. So, that shelter that I went in, that was sleeping 80 individuals in 5,400 square feet, had 2 toilets and 2 showers. That also made me about panic. I said, this would not work for me. And Jesse was with me, the assistant director that's not here tonight. And he said, but Monica, they're making it work. And I said, but this isn't the guidelines. This is not the regulation. Our shelter will not be do that. So Haven of Hope fully intends to follow the guidelines, whether the state comes in and looks at us or not.
But we need to know if it's not very tight, you know, then we need to put some more regulations on it. Okay, so I'm gonna make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we, table this commission.
Okay, we table it till we find out.
Well, to the next meeting.
To the
because
next
there might
meeting,
be
well.
extra, unless we-
Any more questions? Ask for a motion on that?
I would second it.
Okay, so the motion on the table is to table. Commissioner DeGrant?
Yes.
Commissioner Francis?
Yes.
Commissioner Short?
Yes.
Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
Commissioner Perkins, excuse me.
Yes.
Commissioner Miles?
Yes.
Commissioner Estelle?
Yes.
Okay, it is tabled.
Like I say, this, I can say this is one thing that we really want to get right. And it, especially for you all, because y'all know exactly if you find a place, and then we want to get it right for the point to help them out on whatever they need. So we need to get it right from the get-go, from the start on it. Thank you.
Well, I can assure you that I will do everything
Yeah.
to follow the rules. If there's a line of people behind me that want a homeless shelter, they may not follow the guidelines, like the one that I went into. But even when I told that lady, do you realize these are the guidelines from the state? And she was like, I don't care. Well, what are they gonna do? So they're gonna shut me down? I was like, I don't know, but I don't want that to happen for us and for Madison County.
We appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
This may be a silly question. You're talking about those figures. I mean, were some of these bunk beds? I mean,
Yes.
all bunk beds, okay.
They're all bunk beds, and EKU has already donated me 60 bunk beds. I already have possession of 60 bunk beds that are ready.
Like out of dorms?
If she wants this done early.
Set in front of me tomorrow, I would buy 60 beds.
She wants it done.
Gotcha.
earlier, you might
But
have to-
they were very close
Yeah, but
together.
that she
It's been
needs
a
to
really
do
long
it.
time since I walked in the jail,
You know,
but I
if she
can't
needs to
imagine
ask her, we could
they were-
meet this quickly and.
they were any further apart than the ones that took that jail.
Yeah, if she really wants to get going.
It's very cramped.
Yeah, okay,
I mean, truly, two toilets and 2 showers, and I was like, this is.
right. I think that's that's a really big point too.
When were you wanting to really get this going? And next,
I am praying every day that a building is in front of me tomorrow.
do you have one in mind? Do you have someplace?
I have a few ideas, but I don't have anything promised, I don't have anything in front of me, I don't have financial backing behind me. But I fully believe that if a property presents itself, that I will be able to come up with a way to procure it.
So you don't have anything.
So every day
I
I.
have nothing right now.
Tomorrow is the day that the building is here, and we will be able to shelter by the winter.
You don't have anything pending right now.
I'm sorry,
You don't have anything pending right now
I do,
that you have to have the decision right
no,
now.
no, I do not.
Okay. Okay. Thank you again. Next on the agenda is the director's report.
I have nothing to report unless, Rob, you have anything to add?
Okay, next is the adjournment. Can we get a motion, please?
Second.
Okay. Commissioner DeGrant?
Yes.
Commissioner Francis?
Yes.
Commissioner Short?
Yes.
Commissioner Miller? Commissioner Perkins? Commissioner Miles? Commissioner Estelle?
Yes.
Thanks so much.